the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Real Talk with Judy live radio show. I am so glad to have you on today. So glad to have you on. Thank you so very much for joining me. We are excited about this show. I'm excited about you. And I trust that each one of you had a good Resurrection Sunday celebrating the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ's resurrection. He's alive, and because he's alive, we're alive, and so we all doing this thing wonderfully. I hope y'all see me on Facebook. We are extremely happy to have y'all on. Whether you're tuning in via radio, Facebook Live, YouTube, and the radio app, we're glad to have you. Again, thank you so very much for joining me this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. It is absolutely fantastic. I know this afternoon is going to be as well. So we want to thank you so very much. Again, remember, please do me a favor, brother. Go ahead and call, text, tag everyone you know for this show. The show is going to be good. We got some very special information for you. Got some tickets that we're going to give away. We're going to give tickets away to this big concert that the Big Ben Crime Solvers are having come April the 26th. It's going to be fantastic. So we have 3 pairs of tickets we're going to give away, and we want you to tune in, want you to listen. Hello, Tanya, that's my favorite sister. Want you all to listen so you all can be ready to go. You're going to see the commercial and everything here today. You're going to hear the commercial. We're going to boost this. We really want you all to share when I come on, when you see it on the Sister Girls page, Real Talk with Judy, any of the pages, Dream Builders Family Affair. We want you to share it. We want to pack out Cascade Park. I'm sorry. We want to pack out the Civic Center on April the 26th. That's what we want to do. So we want you to go ahead and get ready. I have with me today Miss Sharon O'Funny, who is the Executive Director of the Big Ben Crime Solvers. Welcome back, Miss Sharon.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be back, and to be back with not only just you, but all your folks.
Sharon said, all my folks. And y'all know it's a whole lot of y'all. And I want to thank y'all so very much for tuning in all the time. And it is a pleasure. Before I dare not move on without mentioning my mom, Mother Irma Hunter Wesley, and my dad, Mr. Sylvester George Wesley. Both of them are deceased, but guess what? They're forever alive in us.
Yes.
They are forever alive in us, and their children, their grandchildren, both of them still have sisters, and my mom has her brother, and they're still much alive, and we are their legacy. And we miss my mom, my dad, Chris Easter. It was my sister's, all of our first time without my mom for Easter, but my sister Tanya and her family, they right down there with her always, and so getting dressed for Easter was real hard for them. And so, but we want to thank God. We're their legacy, and we're gonna make it big. That's what we're gonna do. So I get to freely, and to my awesome husband, y'all know I have to shout these people out. I have to shout these people out because my mom and dad, who made me who I am, my husband allowed me to freely build the stage or runway for you. So I have to do that. And then Priscilla John Lewis, the amazing marketing director, she always produces things well for me. And I must say thank you so very much, Priscilla. And to you, this amazing audience who keep coming back every time I come on, no matter where I am. And if I'm in the city, man, I have met so many people who said they listened to me. Today, I got to do this though. I got to give a special shout out to my family at Bethel Missionary Baptist Church under the leader of Reverend R.B. Holmes and Dr. Holmes. Thank God for you. And I see my janitor down there, my deacon down there smiling. Thank you, Deke. Thank you. I see you down there smiling. I see you smiling. But I want to thank y'all so very much. And to all of y'all, everybody, thank you. Listen, this is what I want to, we're going to talk about this today. Miss Sharon is going to tell us about Crime Solvers. Y'all, we got, Miss Sharon, we're having a lot of shootings.
Yes, we are. And you know, that's the whole thing. What we going to do about it? You said we having a lot of shootings.
Right.
What are we going to do about it?
Right.
And I think, Judy, for real, that we can do something if we just have the courage to do something. And that do something, that, you know, folks say something, see something, and we all got that in our spirit. That's the law enforcement, I think, created that.
I think so.
And so we keep that. You know, you make new friends, but keep the old.
Yeah.
We keep that. Say something. Do see something. Say something. Now the new friend is do something.
Do something. Okay.
And the do something, I really in my heart believe that Crime Solvers and this mission and the objectives have been around for a long time. I want to elevate that through what we do at this time in this town in this Big Bend. To say, come on, folks, try us.
Okay.
Come on, try us, because tipsters indeed are protected in the sense that it's anonymous. This program provides a natural protection. It's anonymous. Do we believe it? That's the question. And we have to try to often tell you, you've never seen a headline where a tipster was gone after.
No, we haven't.
So from my perspective, from what I see and what I know, it's anonymous.
And not only is it anonymous, guess what, y'all? You get paid if you tell.
Yeah.
And even though we don't want that to be the drawing factor.
For some it is.
And it's okay, right?
And it's absolutely legit.
Well, it's definitely legit.
It's legit.
It's legit.
And legit to be paid. We call it a sizable reward because it's a minimum of 500 to a maximum of 5,000.
Wow.
Crime Solvers agencies are national. Everyone does not offer a maximum of 5,000.
Wow.
I had someone years ago say, you know, especially when we were doing 1,000 as the maximum, they said, y'all want to go out here and ask folks to tip, but y'all don't, your money don't say that you're serious about what you do. 1,000, and that resonated with me.
Okay.
And so we went several years ago. We went, well, let's go up to 3,000. Okay. And now we're up to 5,000 because I think that is true. And that's where you get your maximum reward and payout, the severity of the crime. And you talking about shootings. Yeah, that's severe. And if we indeed can catch someone, someone is a tip, not, you know, a tip comes in about a shooting and an arrest is made or prevention. We pay for it. We finally got smart about this thing.
I love it.
That whole arrest thing was reactive.
Reactive.
And this upfront, let's pay for prevention of a crime is just as important. And so we're trying to keep up with what is required.
And Ms. Sharon, to me, what I'm hearing is giving this proactive tip and all of that, and giving up to 500, up to 500 minimum, up to 5,000.
Yes.
To say that you're serious about helping solve crimes in this community.
That's the message we hope we're sending.
And y'all, we got to believe it. Miss Sharon, her staff, you see her, she's serious about this stuff. And so see something, that's what we're going to talk about today, because Crime solvers or crime isn't just the billboard about drug dealers or catching a murderer. We're going to talk about domestic violence a little some today as well. And we're hoping to have a couple of the domestic violence agency heads here in our city to call in with us, y'all, because we're going to give you some numbers. But we see crime solvers bridging the gap, and Ms. Sharon, you can connect me if correct me if I'm wrong and elaborate, but bridging the gap between the community policing and the intimate, often hidden battle of domestic violence.
You know, when we think of crime, and of course, gun violence,
Yeah.
we go there. Shootings and all of that, we go there. A crime's a crime. The domestic violence are crimes.
Right.
A lot of our numbers indeed have to do with drugs, but we have a whole list, of course, of crimes. And so, and law enforcement investigate all kinds of crimes. We need to really go ahead and think of crime solvers. It's not just about for the drugs and things that be going on in our community. And a lot of times that's connected with guns. We have an agreement with the sheriff department, and they have a program called Ceasefire. And if you call in a tip and you mention that a gun is involved, that's automatic $1,000.
Wow.
So that's on top of whatever we're going to give for the remaining charges, because we're trying to get an understanding about, not get an understanding, we're trying to get guns off the street. And so this issue of domestic violence, let's go back to that, and your caller is going to help. I can't speak a lot on that, other than to say that's an offense. Report it. We will reward it. But no, seriously, it is an offense that needs some special attention.
And it really does. It really does. Because we have a lot of domestic violence going on. But when you see a billboard for a cold case murder, do you think about the bus or street fights? That's what you think about crime solvers, right? But today we want to expand your lens some. We want to expand your lens. Crime isn't always loud. Crime isn't always loud. And it doesn't always happen on a street corner.
There you go.
It don't always happen on sometimes the most dangerous crime is the one happening behind a locked front door in a nice neighborhood.
I'm laughing because you hit it. Crime has no borders.
It has no borders.
No streets, no nationality. Anyone can be
That's right.
a victim of a crime. And we need to be concerned about the victims of crime, even though we have not experienced it.
That's right.
Because it can indeed come knocking on our door.
That's right.
So when we raise up and uplift this community to understand the connectedness that we have, it goes a long way in preventing and fighting the crime, because those would-be perpetrators should have a sense this community is a different kind of community.
That's right. That's right.
They know about what to do in the case that they see a crime or hear about a crime. They know they can call crime solvers because it's anonymous.
And you can call crime solvers. You can. What's the number?
850-574-TIPS. But the interesting thing is that people, I would say 4 years ago, that was our number one way that tipsters provided and called in. They called in.
Okay.
Now tipsters are downloading the mobile app, or certainly going to the mobile app to report. And that says something is shifting in terms of how people want to do this thing. And I don't know, some say, well, maybe that's saying that maybe even younger people, because, they like those mobile apps.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
True.
I do know that my numbers say that most people are calling your tip in. Are using the mobile app, the P3 mobile app.
P3 mobile app. And you are correct. Us young folks love the mobile apps because it's easy. It's right there at your fingertips. And so I remember, I don't know if I was in a meeting or somewhere, but I asked a question. You said, say something if you see if you see something, say something. But what if what I see, I don't know what I'm seeing? I mean, I don't know, if I'm not familiar with it, how can I say something if I'm not familiar with it? So I said, so you're gonna have to teach us what to see.
And I hope I know when your other guests come on the line, they're going to help you with that, what you're saying, because that's so real, particularly, like you say, the human trafficking and all the other issues of what we see. But the point is this too. Any small bit of information could be a part of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so go ahead and call me. It don't hurt to call, I'll tell you that.
Right, exactly.
So go ahead and say, but I would also, some of my other partners speak very much to the issue of being as descriptive as you possibly can when you see something. From the height to, we see color, we know we see that. But all the things that may describe a person. She had on a beautiful blouse today. Y'all don't see Dr. Judy. She does. And so describe that blouse she had on today and those glasses that she's wearing and that hair length, whatever those things that describe a person, that's what you should be reporting.
Yeah, especially if it's out of the norm. I mean, and so if you see, and we, I didn't know that this month. I was talking to one of the ladies at Refuge House this morning, and I think this month is Sexual Perversion Month, or sexual something like that month.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that, so we're gonna have a show to deal with sexual awareness. Sexual Awareness Month, because what we don't know in Tallahassee, I believe a whole lot of people, is that our capital city is high in sex trafficking. There's not a whole they reported 2,500 cases of domestic violence. A lot of those cases are not reported, domestic violence, and we're going to look at why. Because you got to be careful in dealing with domestic violence, and we're going to look at that. But some of the part of domestic violence that we probably is a bank account you can't access. Is it a form of protection or a form of prison? That's part of domestic violence. People, these women and very few men, but sometimes these women have to walk on eggshells in their own home because it triggers some type of anger in there. So some can't go out with their friends. They limit it. You start paying attention to these little signs. You start paying attention to these trigger some things that look normal. Is it really texting because you care, or is it texting so much, especially in the beginning, is because you're trying to have control? Some people text. I'm a texter, and sometimes people will text all of the time, but they say, is it really? And these are things that you can look for, ladies and gentlemen, when you're with people. Do they always have to text? Because they always have to know where they are, who you with, what you're doing, this and that. What are you drinking? Where you going? Why do you wear that? Don't wear that, or don't do this. They can't even have their own bank account or anything. That's control. And when you start noticing that in people, call Crime Solvers. No, I'm serious. Miss Sharon just said, even the little thing, or talk to your friend. I mean, you know they can't speak for themselves. They can't make any comment for themselves. Now, of course, almost everywhere I go, I tell my husband. Because my mama was so mad at me one time. When I first got married, I told him I was going one place and I didn't go. And he got worried that I was somewhere. I don't know what the dude thought, right? But when I came home, he was like, it's 1 o'clock. I was like, and And then my mom called me the next day. Now, Judy, you married. You can't be hanging out with them single women and doing this. Like, you got a husband. I said, he called you? I got a little concerned. He called you?
Right.
But now I call him everywhere. I'm going to Winn-Dixie.
course.
Hey, listen, I changed my mind. I'm going to Publix. You know, but it's not control. Believe you me. Okay, it's a matter of respect. But when you start having what they and our domestic violence counselors, they will call, and Kelly Ori, I think that's her name. She's been doing domestic violence for a long time. You got the Refuge House with Sean Pompey and all of those. Man, call these people. Call these people. Okay, so we're gonna dive into some deep thing, but Crime Solvers is here for you. Crime Solvers is here because if you see it, let me ask you this. So you see your friend, and before she got involved with Bubba, I don't know why I always use Bubba. I always use a Bubba.
We get it.
But before he got involved with Bubba, before she got involved, she was free. But now you see she has to rush home. Okay, that's the number for Crime Solvers, 850-574-TIPS. You can go on the app, the Crime Solver, that's P3
mobile app.
3P mobile app. That's Crime Solvers. Okay, and so you see your friend, but now she get ready to order. Y'all at lunch. She get ready to order lunch. And she got to call and ask Bubba. Bubba tells her she got a $6 limit. The meal comes to $6.89. She called Bubba to tell Bubba it went over 89 cents. Can I get it? I mean, those are little things you start paying attention to. Okay, you start paying attention to that. That's domestic violence. Sometimes it's not always physical. But if you see bruises on them, and they done ran into another tree, they done fell down some more steps, they burnt themselves on the iron again, then that's red flags. And guess what? You can call Crime Solvers, right, Ms. Shan?
Absolutely, you can. And certainly our law enforcement partners are all familiar with domestic violence issues. I can tell you when I do look down my list of offenses, there are some domestic violence that are categorized as that. This is the law enforcement side of what I do, and I don't know a whole lot about what happens, when it goes there in an investigation and all that kind of thing. I like this, what I call stay in my lane. I'm not law enforcement, and that is important to say about that so that we can give people the encouragement that they need. We are a not-for-profit organization. My partners are law enforcement and the community, and they have equal standing with us.
Because I'm just about to say, if y'all notice that, hey, y'all can call in too. Y'all can call in, ask questions. I got some answers for you. You can call in, ask questions, 850-671-1450. That's 850-671-1450. As we stated earlier, Crime Stopper is the bridge between the community and law enforcement. They're the bridge between the community and law enforcement. But y'all, somebody have to be able to stand in the gap, because I was reading, even with the shooting that just happened at the Zillikens?
Sure.
Zingles over there on Appalachian Parkway. People are making comments, but they say, don't show my face, don't say my name, because there's a fear of retaliation.
And it's real.
And
that's the idea of why we need an alternative to reporting to law enforcement. You can certainly call law enforcement, but if you want to report it and you don't want to call, but see, when you call us, our texts are not texts, it's on the Use a Mobile app. There's no recordings. Every way to report a crime, our website call, or the P3 mobile app, all of that, those tools are encrypted. It's no recordings, no trackings. That's that bridge, because fear is real, apathy is real, retaliation is real.
Yes.
And we say, now be careful, If you know, just two of you may not want to report.
Yes, yes.
But if you feel comfortable that they won't, no one will find out who you are. In terms of when I say no one, the perpetrator, then we say go ahead and make that step.
Because
Take
they
that
really don't have to
step.
give their names, right?
Absolutely not. And when my call center is in Texas, it's a professional call center, and they handle other agents, crime solvers and stoppers agencies. They know how to talk to a caller.
Okay.
They know not to do anything to make that caller or think that they're after them.
Okay.
They want your information. Lest they say, we don't want your name.
Okay.
We want your information. And that's just important for people. Like I said, either we hope that you'll go ahead and take the step, or we just gonna, because when nothing is done, when people don't report, guess what?
Yeah.
It continues.
It continues.
Why should it stop?
Exactly.
And usually when you are reporting a person, and if they indeed are, arrested and all that type of thing, you probably have taken someone off the street that has committed several crimes, put several families and people in danger.
Yes.
And so it's something that is a powerful thing to do. People are fearful. We understand that.
Yeah.
But we hope that, like I said, they will be very, very careful and go ahead and make the tip.
I remember I worked for the Department of Children and Families for 20 years. And when I first started working, especially in child protection, we were taught the signs to look for in child abuse.
Mm-hmm.
We were taught what to be aware of in child abuse. When I first started working at DCF, man, I was looking at people, looking at how they do and this and that. And there was many times I called in the abuse registry because things didn't look normal to me with a child, with adults. And I can honestly say twice it was something going on in the home. It really
Very
was.
good. Very good.
And I reported it because it looked like it wasn't normal. And they never knew that it was me who called in. I can talk now. It was way long time ago.
Right.
And I'm not working there. But had I not spoken, one of the little girls had been sexually molested for a little period. But they were able to get that perpetrator out of that house. And guess what? The mama didn't want him to go. The mama did not want him to go. But because I understood it, and that's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. Miss Sharon and his Crime Solvers, that's what, she got a concert coming April 26th. April 26th. I think I'm going to play that commercial and let you hear the commercial. And we want you to come. And it's all a part of this Crime Solver. There it is. It's going to be the Crime Solvers Music Festival. The Crime Solver Music Festival. And we want you to hear the commercial. And we want you to come out. And I think this is an important show today, simply because we got so much going on. And some of you hear things, but you're afraid to say something. Some of you see things, but you're afraid to say something. I heard them shouting. I heard them fussing. I heard the arguments, but I didn't get involved. It wasn't my business to get involved. It is. What if you save a life?
Yes.
What if you save a life? What if you save that woman and those children's lives? What if that happened? What do you say, Miss Sharon?
That's the thing. That word, not my business. That word, snitching. That's old.
Oh.
I say that's old. And I say, in terms of not my business, you can keep your business because ain't nobody know about that you sold anything. So you can keep your business if that's your concern. But really, that's why we have to talk about this. When we talk about these things and crime solvers with our friends with our neighbors, with our families. That's empowering one another.
Yes.
And so we say, go ahead and talk that up. If you can talk it up amongst your neighbors, friends, co-workers, do that. The concert that's coming up is we're having some very powerful entertainers.
Yes, you are.
Okay, the American Idol, Jamal Roberts, D1, the most inspirational rapper you ever want to see,
All right.
are here. He's all about God. I don't know if you all know that, but go to his website and Google him. That's who he is.
I tell you what we'll do then. Let's hit a commercial.
All right.
Let's hit a commercial. Here we go.
Our American Idol winner, Jamal Roberts, is on his way to the capital city.
I let you drive around my mind.
It's the Big Ben Crime Solvers Music Festival, April 26th, right here in Tallahassee, Florida.
You ain't nothing but a liar.
At the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. Doors open at 3:30. Show starts at 4:30. Featuring the American Idol winner, Jamal Roberts. Also featuring rapper, educator, Emmy Award nominee, Stella Award winner, D1.
And I'm D1. So tired of riding the fence. Feel like the law looking down like D, I ain't convinced.
And special guest, Sony recording artist, Samara. Tickets are all one price, so to get as close as possible, you want to get them now. Go to Ticketmaster.com or TuckerCivicCenter.com. Paid for by Big Ben Crime Solvers Trust Fund. Report it, we reward it, it's anonymous.
Wow. There you have it. Listen, that is going to be a powerful concert. And did you hear? All the tickets are one price.
That's what's so important. And
Woo.
I'm gonna tell you the price. It's $44 total. $44.
At the Civic Center?
Because the whole idea was to get the community to come. That's you gotta cover your costs. So we trying to cover our costs. But indeed, it's not about making a whole lot of money. It's about the community coming to hear a great, great concert. But most important, it was all for an opportunity for the community to come to learn more about crime solvers and to sit there together, and that unity amongst others.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, there's unity here
Yes,
right
ma'am.
now.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you imagine if we come to the Civic Center and we're all sitting there
Yes, ma'am.
looking at one another,
Yes, ma'am.
hearing the same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully we start feeling the same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And the thing we want to feel is, crime solvers. They're part of my contacts.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
They have just become
Yes.
a part of my contacts. Should I need to make that call or go to that website and provide that tip? That's all what it's about.
You know, Ms. Sharon, you just made me think about it. Y'all, it's about taking our blocks back one house at a time.
How about that?
Taking our blocks back one house at a time. We got to care enough about our community, about what's going on, to go out there and make a difference. We really do. And domestic violence is the ultimate subtle crime because it starts with a whisper. It starts with a whisper, not a bang. It's subtle, y'all. It doesn't just happen. They're just not gonna hit you. They're gonna woo you. They're gonna woo you. I've had so much training in domestic violence because I used to work at the hotline, the suicidal hotline, and I stopped because how many people is committing suicide in our region, in our area, just got to me one night when the police didn't get there early enough. This was back in the early 1980s when I worked a suicide hotline, and they got there as the guy was shooting himself. I heard it, and it did something to my mind a little bit, you know. So 99% of the cases involved in domestic violence is money control. 99%. If she has no gas money, she has no exit strategy.
Wow.
And so what they do, they control how much money they can have per adventure they are they are proactive, y'all, in keeping people from going. May I make this suggestion to us? Don't just tell women to leave. That's dangerous.
Okay.
That is, you can't just say why you won't just leave. Go on, get out of there. No, you can't do that. That's a life or death mission. And I used to want to say that. Just leave. Why you don't just leave? That's crazy to say. Until I understood that in Florida, nearly 20% of homicides are domestic violence related. Over 20% is domestic violence related. Okay, so listen. Miss Sharon is going to give away some tickets to the concert.
Oh, I am. Let's go.
Right, Miss Sharon?
You do it.
All right, Miss Sharon is going to give away some tickets.
Yes.
I want you to call in 850-671-1450 and tell me what I said about domestic violence is actually a blank or blank mission. 850-671-1450. That domestic violence is actually I almost told it. Domestic violence is actually a blank or blank mission. 850-671-1450. Let it go. Let it rip on. Yeah, and so we have to, and did you know that 75% of domestic violence? All right. Caller, you on the air.
Hello, did you say life or death mission?
I did say life or death mission. I did say life or death mission.
Yeah.
And so we're going to get your name, and Dr. will get that. You'll get your name and telephone number, and I'll call you after the show so you can come get your ticket. You get two.
You get two.
You get two. On behalf of Crime Solvers, we'll see you at the concert.
Yes.
All righty.
All right. Thank you so very much for listening.
You're very welcome.
All right. Y'all, we got two more pairs to give out. And so what is the Crime Solver number? How the number or what? How do you get in contact with that?
Hey, Doc,
Okay, you mind? What's your
this Val.
So
Hold on, man. I don't know why I can't hear you. Okay.
what's your number?
850-591.
all right, thank y'all so very much for listening. And so we are excited about that. And we want to know, the danger zone. Did you know that 75% of domestic violence homicide happen after the victim has left or while they are trying to leave? 75% of domestic violence homicide happen after the victim has left or while they are trying to leave. Did y'all see Enough? Y'all saw that movie Enough? Right? She was trying to leave, right? And then she disguised herself and everything. He followed her and he would have killed her, but she started learning something. Listen to this. When an abuser loses control, they become the most lethal.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they lose control. That's all domestic violence is about. It's about control.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That's all it's about. They want control. They want to be able to tell you what to do, when to come. In Leon County, they see over 2,000 cases a year. And that's because a lot of it's not reported.
Sure.
Michelle, what I found out too in one of the classes, which is sad to me, it's sad to me, but a lot of clergy are involved in domestic violence. And some of their peers know it, but they don't report it. And the women sit there in silence because they feel that's a form of submission, or they are made to feel so inadequate. Somebody keep telling you how ugly you are, you're not smart enough, you can't do this, you can't do that. That is a sign, sisters. and brothers, very few men report domestic violence.
Yes.
Very few men, because most men don't want anybody to know that a woman will hit them. Most less got them under strange submission. All right, here's another question. I'm trying to see what I want to. Who's going to be the guest? Oh, okay. Caller, you're on the air. Hello?
Yes, please. Big Ben Fine Solid, did you get the right number yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
850-574-TIPS or 850-574-8477.
That's that.
850
That's right.
574
574
TIPS.
TIPS
And TIPS is 8477.
8477.
She just broke it down. That's right.
8477.
Yay.
All right, so the correct number is
Thank
850
y'all.
574 TIPS.
Right.
574 8477.
Correct.
Got it. Thank you so very much.
Crime solver.
Big Ben Crime Solvers. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for your information today.
All right. Thank you for joining in. All right. So listen.
Okay, I'm gonna get your information. You're off.
So listen. What I would like for you to do.
Yes, please.
I'm going to make this real easy for you. Who is the special guest at the concert? Who is the headliner? Who is the headliner at the concert? At the concert, who is the headliner?
And as you're calling in on that, let me remind you to please get your tickets from Ticketmasters or directly from the Civic Center. We are finding that people just Googling Jamal and lots of other vendors are popping up, and the tickets are a whole lot higher than our $44. And the tickets, every seat, if you ever wanted to sit on the floor or just get close. But you know, another beautiful thing about the way we're doing this is groups.
Okay.
Groups can go on, select rows, and they all sit together. They just have to go ahead and get there early enough and go in as a group, and you can get some wonderful seats, $44. But I really want to stress, if you get a site that's beyond $44, keep trying, because that's not our site. That's not the Ticketmaster.com.
All right. Don't forget that you got to do Ticketmasters, but you got to do the Civic Center. Caller, you on the air. So you got to do the Ticket Center, Leon County Civic.
Yes, Leon County. Yeah.
Make sure you
Donna
do
L.
that.
Tucker.
The Donna L. Tucker
Leon
Civic Center.
County. That's right.
So if the tickets are not $44, that is the wrong event.
Mhm.
Okay, because all the tickets are $44. Who's the special guest? Caller, you on the air?
Yes. Hello, Jamal Roberts.
Jamal Roberts, is that correct?
I think so.
I think that's it.
Absolutely. That's right.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Guess what?
yes,
You
yes,
just got 2 tickets to sit anywhere you want.
the American Idol.
And the American Idol, Jamal Roberts is the special guest, and you get to sit. You get to sit anywhere you want. You have 2 tickets on behalf of Crime Solvers, Miss Sharon O'Fani. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right, hold on. That is gonna get your info. So listen, y'all. So domestic.
Okay, I just need your first
So domestic violence, it is very important that you pay attention to what's going on, okay? So in Gaston County, that's another thing. If they try to isolate you,
Yeah, that's really sad, I'm sure. Of anything.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, if they trying to isolate you, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything or anything like that. That's a sign, y'all. And it's best to be safe than sorry. I'm not asking you to call crime solvers just to call them, but it has to be beyond the norm. I mean, they can't do anything. You see that they're moving them from their family all the time. They don't want them to be involved with their family reunion. They can't go to their cousin's birthday. They can't go to the godmom. They can't go to Olive Garden. They can't go to Midtown Third and get crabs. They can't go to Anthony Apple Tony and get crab. They can't go. They can't go out with you anywhere. That's a red flag. I'm telling you. And y'all, I don't think that we're just doing this. Miss Sharon, I think we're doing it at the right time. We'll be coming up the summer in a little bit. We got to pay attention to the children.
Yes, yeah.
We have to pay attention to all of that.
And they tell me Christmas time is also time when a lot of that goes on.
It is. All the holidays, Miss Sharon, because
okay.
because
Okay.
they're not.
I don't know.
Yeah, all of the holidays is because they're out of the norm where people see them all the time, and so now you're home more often. And so if they're an abuser, anything gonna aggravate them now. You want the children to be quiet. You want this. Anytime you see all of that that is not good stuff.
Okay.
They got to pay attention. Summer, that's why they're working so hard. And I must commend Seeker Green and the Children's Service Council. They're working hard to get these programs for these children.
Right.
Because sometimes, Ms. Sharon, they withhold the food from the children. Abusers withhold the food from the children. They would eat and have children watching them eat. So when these children come out and they're saying stuff, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Some of the counselors haven't called in and we get ready to go. But y'all, I got the information right here. Okay. But I just wanted you to know that leaving isn't just walking out. It requires a tactical safety plan.
Yes.
Okay?
You can say that again.
Leaving isn't just walking out.
Yes.
It requires a tactical safety plan. And let me help all of us who got the answer. Don't tell those ladies just to leave. Don't do that. It takes wisdom. This is what you can help them. I'm giving out the secret. And some of the abusers probably listening to me right now. Some of them probably listen. They are. And they probably get mad because I'm saying it. But y'all know I don't care about people getting mad with me, right? That doesn't faze me. I keep telling y'all, I don't need no best friends. I got them. I got my whole family, so I don't need y'all to clap and support. And plus, I got a hand and a back scratcher that I clap. I clap and celebrate me. Mm-hmm. So if you're listening to abusers, I'm praying that God change your mind and touch your heart. But sisters, listen, and brothers, listen. This is your tactical safety plan. You need a go bag. You need to keep a bag packed. Now he probably gonna go look and see if you got a bad pack somewhere. Okay, I'm not crazy. I know everybody listening. Okay, so you need a go bag. You need a secret location, and you need professional help. Okay, don't do this without professional help. We got counselors out there. We got the refuge house out there, and we have crime solvers. Okay, we do. We have crime solvers.
Yes.
And I know somebody's listening saying, God, I've been waiting for this. I'm telling you, this is your answer. This is your answer. This show today is the answer for you not to keep disappearing right before us. That's what domestic violence, you're disappearing. So, but let me say this. We get ready to go ahead and share.
Before you get off the air, and certainly thank you for this tremendous opportunity to connect crime solvers with domestic violence.
Yes.
As it relates to the concert, one of the things I want to ask you and your listeners to do, go to our page and like us to get this thing moving, even more so. And make at the concert. That's a very important thing that we need folks to do.
Is that at the Big Ben Crime Solver page?
Yes,
on
Facebook.
Facebook.
On Facebook, go to Big Ben Crime Solvers and like us so that this many people can go have an opportunity, to come and learn more about what we do and how we do it. So thank you for that.
Yeah. And y'all go do that. That's an easy one. Even right now, or when you stop driving, go and really just like the page, share the page, and let's help her and Big Ben Crime Solvers fill the civic center. Let's do our part. Let's do as much as we can to get it filled up in there. Okay, let's do that, but at least share it. So before I leave, we're giving you a lot of dark side of domestic violence, but let me give you some green flags of a healthy relationship.
How about that?
Okay, let's do that one, because there's some good healthy relationship. This is one. Autonomy. Your partner is happy when you succeed without them. Okay, when you succeed without your partner and they can celebrate you, you're in good shape. Safety in no. You can disagree without a storm following. That's a good sign of a good, healthy relationship. Accountability. They own their mistakes without blaming your sensitivity. Okay? So as we prepare to get off the air, Miss Sharon's going to come back. But if you are in the Big Bend, Refuge House is your lifeline. They serve Leon, Gaston, and Jefferson County. They don't just provide a bed. They provide legal advocacy to help you break those invisible chains. And if you have listened, both Miss Sharon and myself, we don't profess to be experts in domestic violence, but we have given you research and some adequate data on domestic violence. And from the trainings and things that we're taking, we know what you can do. I want to ask this question. What are we teaching our sons about power? What are we teaching our sons about power? What are we teaching our daughters about silence? We got to be careful. You can't just teach your daughters, teach your sons about power. If you are in danger, call the national hotline at 800-799-7233. That's the national hotline for domestic violence, 800-799-7233. Or text START, START, to 88788. And remember, if you see something, the things I have shared with you today are some good signs in your neighborhood, in your family, or with a friend that isn't right. Use Big Ben Crime Solvers. You can remain anonymous and possibly be eligible for a cash reward up to $5,000.
A minimum of 500.
And oh yeah, that's why I keep forgetting that one. I keep going straight to that 5,000, but you get a minimum of 500. Okay, and Miss Sharon, we make this straight. That's if they're caught, right?
Excuse me. You're saying you get a prevention. You can get money for prevention, or if it's leads to an arrest.
Okay, that's what I want to say. So if it leads to an arrest or prevention, because
prevent a crime, and that's the difference.
Prevent a crime. Okay, because I don't want you to think, oh, I'm about to call Crime Solver, get my $500. No.
Yeah, clear that up.
Yeah, because they're gonna come at you.
Right, and it's up to. I mean, it's a minimum of 5, but it's up to. Some people say, I'm gonna get $5,000 for this tip.
Okay.
Well,
so
the
do you get it?
matter. The severity and all the details matter about what happens when you get the reward. But you're gonna get a reward.
Okay. I don't just want y'all to go up there and say, Miss Sharon said on Dr. Judy's show. No, something got to happen first, okay?
Yeah, right.
So this is the last giveaway. I think we got one more giveaway. This is the last giveaway, and I'm getting ready to get off. This is the last giveaway. Who is the executive director of the Big Ben Crime Solvers in Leon County? Who is the executive director of I told y'all a real easy question. Who is the executive director? If you don't get, somebody better call right quickly. Executive director of the Big Ben Crime Solvers right here in Leon County.
And what does she want you to do for this concert? Share it.
What she wants you to do?
Yeah.
Hey, so as I wait on you to call, as I get Miss Sharon, thank you so very much for being on the show. And y'all, tonight,
Awesome.
join me for Bible study in the Sanctuary of Life Changers. Our prolific and life-empowering minister of music, Mrs. Danette McBride, is our teacher for tonight. And y'all, she has also been nominated for Worship Leader of the Year by the Florida Music Award. And she is so deserving of that award. But join us tonight at 7:30 for our Bible study, 7 o'clock with Elder Antonio Witherspoon for prayer point, and join us Sunday morning. Again, Ms. Sharon, thank you so very much for calling. We're about off the air right here. So I want to thank you all. If you call after when Ms. Dr. D gets your name and number, we'll give you the ticket. But my time is out. And I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in. And as I conclude this, I want to say, keep walking in your purpose, keep choosing your peace, and I'll see you next time on Real Talk. I am Dr. Judy Mandrell, and that's real.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on